I am going through a process or breaking a relationship with alcohol. I'll say that. And it is like, I found that, I love to go out to eat. Right. But when I go out to eat, it's always been paired with a glass of wine. So it's like finding those things now that isn't that, or just not putting myself in that situation, because I believe it was James Clear who wrote Atomic Habits. In there, he said, we look at people who, have broken addictions or who strive for certain things or reach goals. And then we think like they have such strong willpower. They're so strong and all these things. And the thing is, they don't put themselves in situations where they will be weak, right? Like they have the awareness to know like, hey, if I go to this party or if I go to this bar, this restaurant, I'm going to do the thing that I don't want to do. So I'm just not going to put myself in that situation. And I think that's really important, because I think we look at people and we're like, oh, well, it's just because you're so strong, right? And it's not even necessarily that they do have this like massive inner strength, right? Like they do, but they just know better than to put themselves in those situations. And it can be the same with food, right? So if you're trying to feel better and do better, and if you go to, whatever place, because we run on habit, right? Our mind likes to know that we like to do the same thing over and over because it's comfort and our mind knows, right? So it's hard to break those patterns. So it's just to finding something else to do in that.
Yeah, or you can use hypnosis and make it easy to break those patterns. Because one of the things that we teach people is how to realize that they actually prefer eating healthy, or they prefer moving their body. Even people who used to hate exercise can discover that they actually enjoy it. But willpower is not very powerful. If you have a fight between your subconscious and your willpower, your subconscious will win every single time. So it's not always practical to say, well, I'm never going to eat at a restaurant again, or I'm never going to go to a party again, right? Or sometimes people need to be in these situations for work or with their family. So how can we use our subconscious minds to actually make the choices we prefer is something that we do. We help people with a lot here.
Yeah. I love what you do. I love hypnosis. I love, like, we've talked before. I interviewed you for my podcast, and I'm so fascinated with the science behind it and the subconscious and all those things. So yeah, that is absolutely a tool to use in order to like reprogram that and rewire that. I love that.